And welcome back to Cocktail Cards. Today we're going to show you how to make the Toronto. Now this is one of few drinks out there that actually highlight Fernet. Now Fernet is a digestif. It's very herbal. It's kind of an acquired taste. It's pretty potent, and being a bartender for so long, this was pretty much our industry drink, at least here in the Pacific Northwest. So I acquired a flavor for it. I tend to really like it. And if it's something you want to try or get into, this is probably one of the best drinks to really give it a try. It definitely highlights the flavor, but it's not in your face. It's a perfect, just well-blended cocktail. So let's go ahead and break down how we're gonna make this. In order to build this drink, first we're gonna go over the ingredients here. So it is gonna be a whiskey-based drink. You can do a bourbon, you can do a rye, it's totally up to you. I personally think rye kind of works best with this cocktail, so I'm gonna stick with a rye here. And of course you need your Fernet. So this is Fernet here, pretty easy to find in most stores. And if it's not something you've had before, you can get a smaller bottle too. Don't feel like you have to get a whole 750 milliliter bottle. Definitely get a smaller one, try it, see if you like it, and make this cocktail, see if you like it. Next we're gonna need a simple syrup. For this one, I'm actually gonna use a Demerara simple syrup. It's kind of a richer brown sugar, and I really like it in certain cocktails. This is one of them where I think the Demerara is a great option, but if you just have simple syrup, that is 100% fine in this drink. Next we need Angostura bitters, and lastly we're going to use a lemon for the garnish. Now I've seen this be garnished quite a few ways. You could either do a cherry, you could do an orange peel, which makes sense because it is a whiskey drink. But however, in this one, it's kind of herbaceous and a little bit on the sweet tones, and where an orange can kind of give you a little sweetness. So I think the lemon kind of pairs well, but totally up to you. Any of those garnishes work. Let's go ahead and jump into building the drink. So this drink is going to be a stirred cocktail. So go ahead and grab your stir glass. And the very first thing we're gonna add in is 2 ounces of our whiskey. Next, we're gonna add 1/4 of an ounce of our Fernet. Now, sometimes you can add a little bit more Fernet. If this is something that's really like in your wheelhouse, if you just love Fernet by itself, you could definitely add a little bit more Fernet to this drink. However, the recipe calls for 1/4 of an ounce, so we're going with 1/4 of an ounce for this one. And lastly, we're gonna add 1/4 of an ounce of our simple syrup. And go ahead and finish it off with 3 dashes of bitters. Let's go ahead and grab some ice, fill up our glass, and we'll give it a stir for about 20 seconds. So typically this drink is served up in a Martini or a small Coupe Glass, and I thought it would actually be fun. I have these Fernet glasses here, and this is perfect because this is only a 2.5 ounce drink, and I figured this little glass with a nice big cube here will be a fun way to use these glasses. So let's go ahead and strain our drink into our glass. Next, we're gonna grab our wide peeler and go ahead and get a nice peel of lemon here. And give it a squeeze so we can get spritz all over our glass. And go ahead and rub it around the glass here. Perfect. Toss that in. And there you have it, the Toronto cocktail. Yeah, so the Fernet is very herbal, okay? And it definitely works with that whiskey. It's a really nice pairing. Me personally, I'd probably put a little bit more Fernet in this drink to make it a little bit more Fernet forward. However, if you're not quite acquired to that kind of taste yet, it could be a little overpowering, because right now it's a perfectly balanced drink, but just that little hint of Fernet in there just kind of makes me want more. And I gotta say, that Demerara sugar, it's really sweet and really rich, and it just works so well with that Fernet, because the Fernet's so herbal, and that sweetness, that also pairs really well. And the lemon zest in there just gives you that nice citrusy, sharp bite to kind of get away from those sweet tones a little bit. So yeah, really well balanced, really good drink. If you're thinking about getting into Fernet, or if you already enjoy Fernet, definitely give the Toronto a try. Definitely one of my favorites. I've had this after many long shifts. So there you have it, the Toronto. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the Toronto, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to comment down below if you've ever had Fernet. It's, up here in the Pacific Northwest, this is kind of our industry drink. This is what bartenders will, go out to another bar after a long shift, and we often only have time for a drink or two, so we'll get a couple shots of Fernet and kind of just de-stress from the day. It's pretty common for bartenders around here to drink Fernet. So if you've ever had it, make sure you comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We're gonna be putting out over 100 different recipes, so if you subscribe and hit that bell notification, you'll be alerted anytime we come out with a new recipe. And one last thing I want to let you know is if you want a chance to win a free set of cocktail cards, we're actually gonna have a link in our description. It should be the first link down there. All you have to do is go down there, click the link, sign up, and you'll automatically be entered to win a free set of cocktail cards. It is that easy, so make sure you go do that. Until next time, my name's AJ with Cocktail Cards. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.